Challenger! Racing for...
Hello, 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 everybody. The 7 Gen, Mr. Marvelous, Yukarimi, God, guys, you can't have names with multiple syllables. I'm dyslexic. It's hard to say, pronounce. Words are tough, man. I will be, I'll start the stream soon. I guess technically it started, but I'll switch it over to the actual scene. I recorded the 2 pieces of footage that I need to finish the cinematic. So I'm just dropping those into DaVinci Resolve right now. I'm making a separate folder right now, just so I can drop it in and get to work on it. Me name? Oh, me name Q2. Listen, I'm so sorry if I mispronounce anyone's name. What do you mean my bad, bro? I helped you out a lot. Oh, dude, I'm so glad to hear that. Sorry, I'm burping right now. I had to chase my cat. She ran into this room, snagged a Snickers bar, and ran away. She's an absolute savage. Okay. By the way, the music's not too loud. Like, you can hear me just fine, right? I had to download some music because I was listening to a Spotify playlist yesterday on stream, and like every single song that got played was copyrighted. And I know that sounds like kind of obvious, but the playlist was like a copyright free song, and copyright free songs. And then just like at 1 in the morning, I get an email saying like, oh, you got a copyright notice thing. And I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, just blam, 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 my phone was spazzing out. Could you teach us how to do the snow and gun effect like Ladif uses? Probably. I don't know what that is though. If by the way, if you guys have like something you want to see, post it in Discord and maybe I can make a show you on stream today. If not, make a tutorial for it later on. I gotta turn this down real quick. This is what? I put it the volume at 0, then it, huh? Excuse me, sir? I want it at 1, and it only goes 0 or 2. Why? It's fine. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I'm not sure what snow and gun effects he's talking about. Why does my DaVinci crash when I alt drag clips? I don't know. It could be your PC doesn't meet the minimum spec requirements. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm just checking Discord right now. I just saw that I have a couple notifications here. All right. Okay, so by the way, I can't play the audio, well, at least the song, because that's copyrighted. I highlight them, unlink them, then alt drag. I have a 3060 and an i9. It shouldn't do that at all. Are they like 4K clips or something? Like, I mean, I could maybe see that, but I'm not sure. Yeah, try reinstalling DaVinci. Also, I don't know if like maybe there's like a if it crashes and there's some way to report the crash. I gotta add this clip. Always gets laggy there. Standard 1080. Huh. Thank you. So, the first thing that I'm gonna do is add in this jet clip right here. I have it right here. Let's start off deleting all that. Let's find where she gets shot right here. I used an op, even though the clip is with a Phantom. I don't know if that'll be an issue or not, though. We'll see. You can help out with cinematics if needed. Thank you, man. I should be good right now, at least for the clips that I have, but maybe later on, like, I'll need help. Because as it stands, what I have right now, the montage is only like 30 seconds. And I could make that a thing, you know? That's not bad. That could be a TikTok for sure. But we're going to start it right there. But I don't know. I might like sift through some clips, see if I can't find anything. Akio? Did I say that right? What's up, my boy? For a second, I thought those scenes where I said jet dying was intentional, so I was confused. Oh, no, yeah, those are just placeholders. I always do that whenever I have like a cinematics that I need to add, or like footage that I need to get. Rowdy! Welcome back. Time curves. We're gonna stretch it. Oh yeah. I don't know. Do I like this? The op shot? Speaking of TikTok, do you have any advice on how to grow / improve edits, like what's good in an edit and what's not? I really don't. Like, if you're trying to like grow your TikTok, right? You just have to. I don't know. There's like some nuance to it, right? Because what you could do is follow trends, right? that's like the fastest way to grow. But the problem with following trends is that they're trends. Like you might get on the trend late and then you're doing something that's old news, especially on TikTok where things move very quickly. And if you're jumping on trends, then you're not really learning things. So my suggestion would be learn storytelling, right? You don't have to tell, like a montage isn't really, it's storytelling. It's not like crazy storytelling. It's, I got a cool kill and this is how it happened, right? So everything is very clear and concise here. We get 2 kills and effects and then kill effect. And instead of having like some crazy effect here, like I had with these 2, which by the way, these aren't like crazy effects, but we had a small one and then big one. And then we're doing the same thing, small. And then this is technically the big effect here. It's the 3rd person POV. Hey, I just joined stream. Welcome. Can you play the montage from the beginning? Sure. Kind of like ranting right now. Anyways, TikTok is easy for views and followers. Just be consistent. It sort of is. There's definitely a learning curve there, but it's yeah. I don't know, man. There's so much nuance to it. The other thing about like growing your TikTok from with edits, right, is you kind of have to find your own style. Like my style is like trying to make things that are cinematic. I hate saying that, but like there's no way that's the crop on it. I guess it is. I thought the crop was a little bit bigger. Yeah, so like I make like 3rd person POVs and like try to make things look cinematic. And then there's like DeMoves, who got known for doing the jigsaw transition. You got Divorce, who got known for doing the jet transition with like the jet knives. Is there a way to do a 3rd person POV without a second PC? Yeah, you get 2 friends. Or 1 friend. Depends. If like someone's getting shot, then you need 2 friends. I have a friend out here getting shot, and then I'm spectating my other friend. Or wait, a friend out here shooting, and then the friend getting shot. But then like this stuff right here, it's just watching a friend. Neat banana. Your style is definitely unique. Thank you, man. New montage looks lit, fire, sire. Thanks, Browdy. Those guys I watch a lot. Yeah, I'm a big fan of them. I'm just trying to figure out what I should do with this. I know what I should do is apply that color grade to it. Or we need clips. We don't need gallery. I think this one has. Oh, forgot I adjusted the color grade a little bit. It's okay. I won't do the color grade on it. I'm getting ahead of myself. Gonna reset that. I think the color grade, I got to apply this color grade to it. I tweaked it just a little bit for the other map because, you know, there's a lot of blue here, whereas there's a lot of red here. So that the color grade doesn't quite transfer over correctly. My friend stopped playing Val. Oh, that's a smart decision. Rotate the clip so she's always vertical. Yeah, I could do that. We could do something like this. Hold on, I think I gotta check this. There we go. This is also just distracting me. I didn't add the keyframes for it. Let's zoom in here. Zoomed in. And then gotta rotate this. That. And then he's on the ground like this. We'll move it over a little bit here. I think we gotta punch in. That would look something like this. It is a cool thing, but you just lose so much quality. Because you see how much I'm zooming in here? 2.25. I can't go like that crazy with it. But I think definitely I need to punch in a little bit. Actually, no. This is what I'll do. I'm going to start rotated like this. Or this? This way. Zoom in a little bit more. So this will make it look really wild, I think. Okay. Bring that over. Like so. I think I would have to punch him a little bit more. What CPU do I have? A Ryzen 7. You know how to put like the Spotify song on a weapon? Spotify song on a weapon. I mean, I think I know what you're talking about, but I might be taking it a little too literal. If you have an example, please post it in the Discord. But it would be like following the kill feed effect tutorial that I made. Valorant is very addictive. Videos have helped me so much. Can't thank you enough. Keep up the great work. Oh man, I'm so glad you find it useful. Addictive and mentally destructive at 100%. We go this. Forgot I'm zooming in here, so that's kind of, or not zooming in, down. Can I post one? Post one what? Wait, you just installed Valorant yesterday? That's exciting. Oh, uninstalled it. Oops. That is a great decision, man. Neat Banana's right though. Okay, well let's just jump into it. Oh wait, no, we can't do that. We should be good here. But I'm just going to give this a quick little pre-render. Right? Yeah. Give it a quick little pre-render here. Need to find this prop. You. Okay. It just looked like the crop got weird for a second. Anyways. This. Options. Arrange tools to grid. Sorry. There we go. I don't think so. Gonna focus on editing in 3D instead. That's really smart, man. I really need to learn more about Blender. Loading! Hello! Welcome to the stream. Into but just began and your videos are so helpful and entertaining. Yeah! Create a short tutorial. I just joined. Create like shorts. It's like the same thing as this. Hey, do you know how to make the scene with the whole editing software? Divorced it. Oh, where like Divorce when he pulls back and it shows the monitor, and then like the jet knives and stuff. You just record the screen. So like wherever your montage is, you stop it right there on your monitor. You record your monitor with your phone. You pull back, then yeah. Just matching those frames up. I love the bind cinematic shot too. I took inspiration from the Icebox cinematic that Valorant put out. Or was it Yoru? The Yoru trailer. Sound like it's far away. Ray's is putting headphones on. Wait, make the audio sound far away and she doesn't have headphones on. Wait. I know, I think I know what you mean, Classy. Let me see if I can't find an example.
I'll fight anybody. I'll fight everybody.
Ooh. Let me decompose this. Delete all that real quick.
I'll fight everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna just turn off the music real quick.
I'll fight everybody.
Okay, so is the music not distracting if you edit with music? It can be, but I can't play this music because the music for the edit because it's copyrighted. So we're just listening to whatever lo-fi music is playing. But if you want to make like audio sound further away, everybody. Right? Let's see. The first thing.
I'll fight everybody.
First thing we could probably do is lower the volume of it.
I'll fight everybody.
You know, sounds that are further away, they're not going to be as loud. But if we go to Audio FX, Fairlight FX, we could add, well, let's do this. Reverb first, right? And we can mess around. Oh, you can't see this. Hold on. We can mess around with the reverb of everything. So there's some presets that we could use, but you know, we can change like the size of the room, right? That's like one of the best ways. Let's see. Plate. Let's try that. Maybe lower this a little bit more. We could also add, just moving this over here because we're still going to need it. We could add echo, and there's a preset called swirl and close. So this is without the reverb. Oh my God, I gotta move these. Okay, without reverb. All right, and then with reverb and this swirl and close echo. I don't know if you could hear that. So like that's one way to kind of cheat it. Ray's put us on the headphones. I want to make the audio sound far away when she doesn't have the headphones on. The other thing, with the headphones, what you could do, I'm going to delete the reverb and the echo. There's this effect called distortion. Put it on. You could use something like lo-fi radio.
I'll fight everybody.
And so what you would do is that as she goes to put on the headphones, you would keyframe the volume. So it would go something like this. You lower the beginning and then raise the end.
I'll fight everybody.
And then at one point, let's see right here, we're going to cut it and we're going to get rid of that distortion.
I'll fight everybody.
You know, something like that. Is this only in the paid? No, this is in the free version. If you didn't want to, well, I shouldn't say if you didn't want to, if you kind of know what you're doing with like EQ levels or the equalizers, you can mess with that as well.
I'll fight.
This is what it sounds like before.
I'll fight everybody.
Oh wait, I forgot. I still have this.
I'll fight everybody.
So that like lo-fi sound.
I'll fight everybody.
You can just mess with the EQ levels
I'll fight
to kind of get that.
I'll fight everybody. I'll fight.
Over here.
I'll fight everybody.
You kind of have to know what you're doing with the equalizer to get the right sound. But at the same time, messing around with it, it's not going to like hurt anything because I can just simply reset it if I didn't like it, you know? So it's not like a big deal. I wish I knew more about audio stuff, but I don't. That's just how I would do it. All right, back to this. That's helpful. Thank you. No problem, Classy. And by the way, guys, if anyone ever has a question, feel free to just put it in chat. Yes, there is a way to add motion blur. We can add it to this clip right here. I'm gonna turn down. Oh, perfect. Maybe to a quarter. That's what we'll do. Because it's very intense on your computer. But if you bring up the select tool page, you add optical flow and then vector motion blur. And so now we have motion blur. Might not be able to tell because the quality is so low. I can probably raise the quality here. There we go. This is the way that I almost normally, or almost always do it, is vector motion blur, opposed to just adding the motion blur effect. But you can see, here's the before, and then after. Before, after, before, after. Vector motion blur is great. How do you adjust the saturation of all your clips in the color tab? You would adjust the saturation level down here, right? Bring up that saturation. And then let's say you wanted it applied to this clip right here. Here's the clip with all the saturation, and then here's the clip we're going to add it to. You middle mouse button click the clip with the saturation. Boom. But that's not what I want. Paid it like the app? Yes, I have the paid version of DaVinci. Crack! Welcome back. No problem, man. Yeah, it's the studio version. Most of the stuff that I'm going to be doing can be done in the free version. Unless you're seeing me like use like rotoscoping, it's pretty much all done in the free version. But back to this, we got to add a little impact to this. So I'm going to start with a little bit of a tilt here. 12 frames out, that sounds good to me. We need to punch out a lot, maybe. Oh, but we can't because this. So I'm gonna change edges from canvas to duplicate. And this is what we get. It's okay, but what rank am I? I'm plat 2. Mess with these curves real quick. I think I would have to speed it up. What you can do, if you guys don't know this, when you're messing with spline stuff, if you highlight everything, this box right here, shape box, you click that, creates a box. Who would have thought? But then you can click and drag, oh, this piece right here. So the keyframes remain the same. Does that make sense? In a second I will. I keep getting distracted. This does not look smooth. I think what I would have to do is take this, highlight all of this, and there. I think that'll look better. Looks a little bit better, I think. Maybe add some shake. Camera shake. What did we ended on? 8. Oh, and what? Bring this like this. There we go. And 0. Ah! That's too much. Ooh, but what if... No, let's just try it at 1. Let's see what it looks like at 1. I think that's a little bit better. Add some more tilt to it. Do you do Val streams? Live streams? Yes. This is my 5th stream so far. Earlier in the week, I played Apex. And then there was a stream where I played Apex and Valorant. Yesterday was the first edit stream, and I was going to play Valorant after, but I ended up just editing the entire stream. So just gonna mess with all of these random settings. Why did I just start? Oh my god, why did I decide to start editing with DaVinci? Because it's free, and I wanted to learn how to do proper edits. I like watching you edit because it really shows that no matter how experienced you are, there's a lot of back and forth action when we're trying to get the perfect edit. Dude, tell me about it. It's just constantly like tweaking small things. And then like yesterday on stream, okay? I think it was Marvelous, Mr. Marvelous. He suggested I do this. This bullet counter. But the version that we originally had, it said reload. I decided to change it to low ammo today. Who introduced me to editing? Me. How did you learn all this stuff? Did you mess around a lot until you figured it out? A lot of messing around and watching a lot of tutorials. Bring this back down to not 1 or 0, but that's a little too slow. Dusk, your edits are too good. Thank you, man. Dude, crack. The free version is ridiculous. Show only selected. I'm gonna highlight all this and hit S. How do you put a video on DaVinci? You can either file, import, or you can just, if you like, you have a second monitor, you can click, open up the folder your video is, click and drag it in. So I have the paid version of DaVinci Resolve, but everything I'm doing so far is you can do in the free version. I tried to specify if what I'm using is in the studio version of DaVinci. Is DaVinci superior to Adobe? Honestly, it's just preference, man. Both products have pros and cons. I would say at a certain level, an editing software is going to be, you know, as good as the other ones, right? Like it just reaches a level of capability. Like you can do pretty much everything in DaVinci Resolve that you can do in Premiere and After Effects. But the con to that is that there's not a whole lot of tutorials out there on DaVinci. Am I planning to do YouTube full time? I would love to do it, not just because YouTube is really fun. It's mostly because I want to have one of those YouTube boxing fights. I would love to do that. If that ever happens, I don't know what the next plan would be, but I know that I will struggle to keep focus with YouTube after that, because that's the only thing keeping me going, is the potential for a YouTube boxing match. Do I think AIs will replace video editors? Yeah, eventually. AI will replace a lot of jobs. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. How do you understand what you're doing in that shame? Huh? Best way for me to learn DaVinci for like normal videos and not montages. So things like captions and keying. Just do it. Captions and whatnot, it's really simple. Like there's like if I wanted to add, let's just say there was voiceover right here. Could take a text plus node. There you go. We have captions. Captions. Then you can just mess around with the settings in here. Yeah. Do you box currently? No, not right now. I used to box a lot. I have a heavy bag. It's not set up right now. Every now and then I hit it, but I just lift weights now. Show preview, maybe. What I gotta finish this first. This sequence. If you get into a YouTube boxing fight, will you do an edit of it? Of course, unless I lose. If I lose, then absolutely not. I'm not gonna get my ass beat and then make a video of me getting my ass beat. Montage editor to boxer. Dude, you know who my favorite TikToker is? Or at least one of my favorite? Salt Poppy. I fucking love that dude. First of all, we're both Filipino. Second of all, he went from doing the fake run to dancing to boxing. And I think that is so cool. Fixing playback. You go to the playback menu right here. Timeline proxy resolution from full to half or a quarter. You could also pre-render things as well. I think I gotta lower this just a little bit. And then when she hits the ground, then I'll spike it up some more. And then we'll bring it down. I think I have to bring it up. Maybe we'll bring it up to 1 real quick. That should look... might be a little too aggressive there, but we'll see. How long did it take you to understand how nodes work? Like 2 days. Nodes are really easy, man. It's the left to right. It's reading. Right? It's the same thing as like layers. Layers go from top down. Whatever's at the top gets seen first, right? Video track number 2. Video track 1. Video track number 2. But with nodes, it's left to right. So whatever's at the end gets seen. Edit it to make it look like I won. That'd be something, bro. Say is easiest way to add subtitles. Use some sort of AI program. That's the easiest way. There's ways that you can extract the audio from DaVinci and then plug it into an audio program, or plug it into a captioning software, an AI captioning software. No, okay, so Salt Poppy is amazing, but he used to box. That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. I don't know if he talks about it a lot, but I remember seeing him post videos of him like boxing as like a teenager. The camera shake is perfect. It's a little much. I think adding the motion blur, like there's this motion blur setting, that'll help it a little bit. But like that right there, I don't know, there's something weird about it. I also have the problem of the video needing to be extended right here, and it's not too bad, but I don't like it, so I have to figure out what to do there. How do you make slow motion, make smooth slow motion? Record in a high FPS rate and add optical flow. I have a video about it if you want to check that out. If you were to be an editor for a Valorant content creator, who would you want to work for? No one. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to be an editor, right? Like, I want to be a content creator. That's why I make montages and stuff. I do edit. I have edited for other Valorant content creators. The thing, like, when you edit for other people, it just kind of depends on who you work with, because sometimes it can zap the fun out of it. Do I do reactions? I haven't. I think I'd want to. Yesterday, there was a lot of people that wanted to do like montage reactions, so I think I might start doing that. I think you mean nodes are right to left? Nope. Left to right. It's reading. Because look, I'm just going to turn these off. So, or not turn them off. I'm going to unplug them real quick, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Put them off screen. So we got a color node and then another color node. And this color is going to be red. And then we'll have another one. This color will be, this color will be green. It's left to right because what's happening first is the black color node. Right, here we have the black color node. Then we have our red color node. And we have our green color node. Actually, I'm going to change this one to blue. So now if let's say I do something like this. The apply mode, screen. Change it to screen, right? Change this apply mode to screen. So now we're combining these two colors, green and red. We get this purple pink color. I'm sorry, blue and red. Now we have green. We're going to change this one to screen. and we get white because we've added all of the colors. Any tips for camera shake? I struggle with it. Wait, hold on. I'm behind on chat. Pack W? Pack-Woo? Thanks for the sub, man. Someone else also subscribed. I didn't say anything. I was in the middle of a thought, but thank you for subscribing. Forgot. How do you know how to put a media on the planar tracker? What? What do you mean? How do you go about choosing the song? I feel like that's my biggest struggle. Dude, just use songs that you like. I'm sure you listen to music. Listen to whatever song you're listening to. Camera shake. Camera shake is, I don't know. It's a little funky. I think like the default camera shake in DaVinci is pretty good. I typically add a little bit more rotation to it. But just think about like if you were like, why are we applying camera shake? So this camera shake is supposed to add a little bit of impact to this zoom out so it feels aggressive, right? So if I were to just take a camera and physically move it backwards, I'm not going to be able to do that perfectly. I'm going to shake a little bit. So now we've calmed down, and then Jet hits the ground. I want to sell the weight of Jet hitting the ground by adding a little bit of camera shake. Let's just say, like, I'm sure we've all been there, like something hits the ground really hard and you feel the ground vibrate. Well, if the camera was on the ground, it would vibrate with the ground. So that's why we have this spike up in camera shake, and then it slowly fades out. Really good. Twixtor has really good slow-mo, but it's a plugin, so I don't use Twixtor. I just use optical flow and speed warp, or enhance better if you have the free version of DaVinci Resolve. What is the video called for slow motion? I believe it's called slow motion. Like the third video I made, or third from the top, the recent one. I do not have a problem with DaVinci being laggy. If it's something lately that's been happening with you, your hard drive could be taking up space. There could not be a lot of space on your hard drive. And show the clip I'm editing right now. Yeah, it's this right here. This is the clip. I think I'm going to do a clip reaction stream, or at least a montage reaction stream sometime soon. Maybe this week. Like I tracked a gun with the planar tracker. Now I want to use a Spotify video on it. How do you know how? What you could do. So if you have your planar tracker and you track something, you want to add some media to it. I'm just going to track this real quick because that'll be the easiest way to show you. Oh, God. You know what? Reset that. We're gonna track up here. Gonna hit go. Back up here. Perfect. Okay. So you have your tracker, right? In the planar tracker, in your inspector, you see create planar transform. This is the way that I do it. You don't have to do it this way, but we're working with nodes, and one of the perks of working with nodes is that we can have all the settings in a node. So that way you don't have to open up a node to go into that setting, if that makes sense. Like there's the operation mode, we can change it to corner pin or steady or stabilize. I just want the tracking data. So create planar transform, that's all your tracking data. You can delete your planar tracker now, and you're left with the planar transform. You want a merge node. You connect that there. Then we need media. So we're just going to take this eyeball real quick. Connect that to your planar transform. It might pop up. Yeah, there it is. But we want it up here. So what we could do is add in a corner positioner. And now we have the corner pins. Similar to like what was in the planar tracker, the corner pins. And then you just position these to fit the perspective correctly. You could also add a transform node before the corner positioner, so it would look like this. And now we can move it around freely. There you go. But the track is kind of off, but it's whatever. Would it go here? No, it's because the tracking's kind of off. Maybe it's supposed to go after. Either way, that's how you would do it. I forgot to fix the stream delay. I'm also like really behind on chat, so I'm sorry about that. Way I can fix this. No. Wanderer, thanks for the sub, man. Yeah, if you're not a part of... Jesus. Fucking bots, man. Yeah, if you're not part of the Discord, it's in the description. You can join that, and then when I'm ready to do the montage reactions, I'll put out a notification there. Spline on that zoom out, make it look less linear maybe. Fun fact, it's not linear. What time do I normally stream? I don't have a stream schedule yet. What mic do I use? It's just a regular old mic with voice meter and NVIDIA broadcast. It's like a $30 Amazon USB mic. And my CPU usage jumped to 100% resolve. So any idea what the issue could be? Mark, I'm not sure. It could be like if you are still having problems with it, it could be a hardware issue or your computer doesn't meet the minimum requirements. Finding anywhere, finding love anywhere. You just saw this while scrolling on YouTube. That's awesome, man. Maybe I'll put this out a little bit further and I'll make the lines come out to here. Oh. I got to reposition this though. I have the editing software, but I'm not fully expert on it. I'm here to watch and learn. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Well, the good news is I make videos on it. So if you missed something here, you could check out the channel. You show some good color correction effects. I do all my color correcting is one-off. There's not like effects that you use. I have a couple videos on it already, but I'll go over it in a little bit. there's something. If I zoom in a little bit, really can't go too much. Been in the stream for 50 minutes now. Dude, you've been here since the beginning. Just got into using DaVinci. I'm already trying to... Wait, I'm already trying to get into making AMVs. Are those anime music videos? Is that what that means? Like the effect of shooting a player? Are you talking about like this? Where there's like a glow effect? Oh, that was like that? Because that's just bumping up the gain. It's 2 keyframes. In your color correcting video, do you normally do the highest levels or just basic saturation color boost stuff? It all kind of depends on the video. For the most part, it's not just... I like color correcting a lot, or color grading a lot. There's one clip that still has the color grade. This is typically how it goes, and it's basic. This first node is all of my contrast. Then I have them, these 3 are like the actual color grade. This is all done in parallel because it's a very minor difference, but it makes all the difference. So the first one is the actual color grade itself. Okay, hold on. Let's turn all these off real quick. So we have our contrast first, which also adds a saturation boost. I don't like that. I normally like desaturated videos. Okay, there we go. So I pulled down the saturation just a little bit, and you can see we get a little bit more detail out of it right here. Like in the wall. So that's part of the reason why I do the contrast boost. Then we have our color grade. I'll add glow as well. And then a bit of vignette. And then this last node right here is an extra glow node. This is typically where I'll add like different lighting effects and stuff like that. Use the DVE node, in my opinion. For what? Neat Banana, thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm behind on chat. But I appreciate you coming by, bro. I use the paid version of DaVinci Resolve, but everything I've shown so far can be done in the free version. So I mostly have the paid version just to speed up workflow. Like there's certain things like rotoscoping that you can do in the free version, but it just takes longer to do. I don't make everything really dark. You still have things, but still have things glow really bright. You know what? I gotta color grade this clip, so I'll just show you guys how I color grade. So like I said, will the stream remain watchable after you're done? Yes. Okay, color grading, right? What you want to do is you start on what I call the hero shot. It's whatever is going to be the scene that is most important. Why does the resolution on this look bad? Is it because I'm zoomed in? Am I just tripping? I don't know. anyways, so first node, that's contrast, right? I like to start with my curves. It's over here on the left side, curves of your power windows. And so I start with a S curve. I make 3 dots, and you can think about the dot on the bottom, that's your shadows. And then the dot on the top, that's your highlights. And then the one in the middle is your gamma. Those are your midpoints, right? So I just kind of bring these around to the area I think best suits the video. I try to go for like a realism look in my color grade, at least at first, right? So without this, in my opinion, it's very dull, right? If we're outside and we're to film this with a camera, the sky should be blown out and these shadows should be a little bit darker. It almost looks like it's supposed to be dusk or something. So what I would do is I'd bring down the shadows just a little bit, bring up the highlights again just a little bit, and then kind of push my gain or my gamma left and right, that midpoint. Something like that. And it should be very subtle. This is before, this is after. Then what I do is I refine this, right? So lift, gamma, gain, offset. If you're unfamiliar with these, lift is your shadows. It's gonna kind of look like that I'm doing everything like that. It's not really making a difference, but just trust me on this. Lift is your shadows. Gamma is your midtones. Gain is your bright parts. And then offset is overall video. So what I like to do is I'll adjust my, again, start with my shadows, get those to look correct with my lift. Something to keep in mind is like the character, right? This is just blown out. I can't tell what's going on here. So I could do something like this, but then we have shad, which is your shadows. And we can bring back some of that detail by adjusting your shadows. I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to refine my gain and my gamma. Oh, I've got an idea for an effect if you want to do it. When Jet dies, you see the sky behind her. Cut that out. Put a lightning storm behind it. Maybe. I was thinking about rotoscoping her and then putting some text, like some 3D text maybe in this area. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. Yeah, I just kind of mess with these settings until I get something that I like. You just got to be careful. Like this is a bit blown out, right? We can't see the detail with what's going on right there. One thing that you could do is like I'll bump up the contrast and then adjust the pivot, and then go back to my gain, my gamma. This is your foundation. This is why you want to start with contrast first. Go watch some of your tutorials. I've been in here for 62 minutes now. Oh my god. Well, good luck, man. I hope your montage comes out nice. Something like this. Another thing that happens is that when you mess with all these settings, you get a bit of boost in the color. Like see how this is gray and then now it looks purple almost. So I also bring down my saturation. If I bring it down the saturation a little too much, sometimes we'll add a little bit of a color boost to it. You did, but I can't see my media. Do you know why? Could be the wrong format. Not sure. You're talking about adding the Spotify song or the Spotify image, right? It's not looking too bad. I think the saturation is still too high though. just for my liking. So something like that. Could also, so mid/detail, that's like your sharpness. You could add a little bit of that, especially if you're adding motion blur. But anyways, so now what I'll do is I'll right click, add node, and then add serial. And then now I'm going to create two other nodes, add node, but in parallel. And so this top one is going to be your color correcting. The one in the middle is your glow. And then the one at the bottom is the vignette. So with the vignette, I'll just bring down my offset to start with, and then create a ellipse. So you go to window, ellipse, there you go. We gotta invert it though. MG, thanks for the sub, bro. Window, right? We got to invert this. Hit this button right here. Boom, it's inverted. I'm gonna bring it out like so. And then with vignette, you want just something very subtle. So use it sparingly and really make this big. I find this outline distracting. So what you can do is you see this drop down, turn it off. This draws our eye more towards the center. I like that. We're gonna add glow. So we gotta go to our effects, scroll down till you find glow. Bam. Real subtle. But because we have this sky, what we can do is just think about the sky. So we're gonna adjust like the shine threshold, gain and gamma, things like that. Spread, do that. Usually I'll switch the color to something a little bit more red. It's a bit too red. Something like that. And then we have to mask this out. So I'll create a curve and do something like this, just for the sky. So now, if I turn this node on and off, you'll see the sky has a nice like warmth to it. Why don't you just use an adjustment clip for the whole montage and put your vignette and motion blur, etc. on that? Takes a lot faster in my opinion, because it doesn't come out as good. If I were to, like, I explained it a little bit earlier, but like I used similar color correction for these two clips, but it's not the exact same. It's because this map has a lot of blue and this has a lot of red, and because of that it looks a little off. I want the same brightness levels, so I was able to use that contrast node, that first contrast node, but then I had to tweak the vignette and the glow and the actual color correction so things looked better. One thing that you can do, and I'll show you in a little bit, is that you can apply this color grade to other clips. Oh, we gotta put a little bit of a softness to this. Something like that, and now we can bring that up, and we gotta track this in. I'm just gonna track forward and backward. That's it. Perfect. This is kind of distracting, so I'm gonna turn it off. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Where are we going with that? That looks pretty good. How do you make cinematics? I have a tutorial about that, but you essentially just get a couple friends. You go into a custom game with each other. They recreate the scene, and you watch them in observer mode. You know any websites to get good music for YouTube videos from, by the way? Google. You could also use the YouTube library. That's where I got like the music that's playing right now. That's where I got it. This music from. Thanks for the input, Zebrahead. I'll take that into consideration, but sorry, don't care. And then now for the actual color grade. Yeah, the screaming thing, there's a divide in it. I don't know what to tell you, man. If you don't like it, go watch another tutorial. I'm sorry. Some people have gotten nasty with me in the comments. Just saying like, this fucking sucks because of the screaming. They're like, stop screaming, I'm trying to learn. Go watch another video then. Don't watch my video. Anyways, the actual color grading part, because the only thing that we've done is added contrast, bump down that saturation, add a little bit of glow and vignette. The actual color grading part. I always start with the offset. Again, that's your overall video. And it kind of depends what sort of vibe you're going for. I like with this video, I made it like kind of a gritty look. And so green, right? That's kind of where I push this into. It's a little bit more teal, but something like that. And then to balance this out, we push in the opposite direction for gamma. And the idea here is to kind of make the colors true again, instead of being like super saturated looking. You know, like this is before, after. But if like we look closely, like the blues or the blacks in this have this bluish tint to them, almost green. We don't quite want that. So in your lift, remember that's your shadows, those are all your dark points. You can correct that. So because there's blue, to balance that out, we'll push in red just a little bit, and that's all you need. And then gain, balance it out, push in the opposite direction like that. That's just the basic rule of thumb for like color grading. And then you could also add like, you know, a little bit of tint to your color grade, as well as like the temperature and stuff. But it's like just really off-putting, you know? No, I don't know, man. I get comments saying the screaming helps. I get comments saying the screaming doesn't help. If you have a problem with the screaming, again, just watch another video. That's not my fault. Can you see everything I have so far? Yeah. Let me just catch up on chat real quick. I thank you for the 2 people that just subscribed. I didn't see the first person, but Azant, 3 people. Kern's World, 4 people. Blue Gray, thank you guys so much. Love it. No, I can't learn without someone shouting at me. Between the 4 things, gamma, gain, so I tried, but I don't know it. I just went over the difference between lift, gamma, gain, and offset. I'll create a new node real quick, but your gain, let's start with offset. Offset is overall video. Gamma is the mid-tones, so you kind of use these in correlation with each other to balance themselves out. Then you have lift, which is all of your dark parts. So like right here, you'll notice how we have like a lot of purple here, and this is kind of green. So if I want this to match, I gotta push in a little bit more. So there we go. And then gain is all of your bright values. This is not how you're supposed to color correct either. So this is why it looks like crap, but yes. Different gives the video a unique vibe that sets apart. Unique vibe is an interesting way to describe the screaming tutorials. Bought the full version, currently learning how to edit. Jojo, congrats. The studio version of Resolve is super fun. Can you keyframe color correction? We want more color correction for one clip. Yeah. So let's just say we like this color grade and we want to apply it to other clips. We have the clip that we want, and we have the clip that we have the color grade to. So while you have that clip selected, all you have to do is you right click, middle mouse button the clip with the color grade. So you see all these nodes that we have, all the nodes we don't have, middle mouse button the clip with the color grade, boom, color grade transfers over, and now we can fine tune this to match the other clip. But I don't want that. I don't want this either. Color grading is clean as hell. Yeah, thank you. And no problem. Like I said, I have 2 other videos about color correcting. I'll make an updated version. I also want to make like LUTs and stuff like that, but we'll see. Streaming is funny and it helps you from drifting off. That's part of the reason why I like doing it. Keep you engaged a little bit more. I want to make a dark, gloomy theme for someone. Ooh. You want Apex again before this? I was playing Apex, but not on stream. Zebrahead, I'm sorry, but you're just not gonna change my mind, man. Cat just got chased out of the room. Change the color throughout a clip. Yes. So there's 2 ways to change color throughout a clip, right? So like if you wanted to do everything in the edit tab without messing with Fusion, what you could do is you duplicate it. One clip, we're gonna just push in blue, and then the other one we're gonna push in red. You can't see that, but on the clips right here, you can see the 2. So if I wanted to change to red halfway through, what I could do is I go halfway and then add a fade, then it changes to red. If you were in, let me reset this real quick. If you were in Fusion, what you could do is drop in a color corrector node like so, and then you have red, and then you can actually just keyframe this. Blue. So now we have blue and then red. But it just all depends on your workflow. If you explained, I didn't hear it, sorry, but do you know why my other media node isn't showing in Fusion? It could be the wrong format video. K-Mix! Looks too complicated for your head. No, bro. Come to the dark side. I play on NA servers. Learn how to make it dark and gloomy. Make it dark and gloomy, bro. I haven't made an Apex montage yet. I want to. I've been playing that game a lot. I honestly, I said this yesterday, but if Apex had better creator tools than Valorant, I would go full-time for it. But it doesn't. It has the same amount, which is none. How to zoom onto your guns? Use a transform node. Yeah, transform node size. Yeah, you would use size and then the center. Add some keyframes. Keyframes are right here. Make zoom to gun. Studio version. Really fear one time. The studio version is a one-time fee. Okay, I'll show you just real quick how to zoom in on a gun. I prefer working in Fusion. It's not complicated. All you have to do, grab a transform node, take it, drop it onto your timeline. It's connected. Add a keyframe for zoom, add another keyframe for center, move over, and then zoom in, reposition. Like so. If you don't want to use X and Y like that, do that. If you don't want to use X and Y, what you can do is you click the center and you drag it. There it is. And then the reason why I like using Fusion opposed to the edit is because we can open up spline, and now we have our graph zoom to fit, and now we can really tweak this and refine it properly. I don't know why you would want it to do that, but you could do that. A replay is definitely needed for both Apex and Valorant. Chris! How to get good at Valorant? Bro, how do you get good at Valorant? I saw you on today, and you're like plat 30 right now. Dude, yeah. Like COD, I originally played Fortnite. Fortnite has an amazing replay system. I wish other games had their replay system. Do you use Fairlight when editing? Occasionally. Not really though. You can do like the editing tab. I do the bare minimum of audio work, and the edit tab can do a lot of audio work. That's all I use. How can I fix the wrong format? Get the right format? Did you download plugins in DaVinci or not? I did not download any plugins. I just have the stuff that comes with it. There are plugins that you can get. I just don't have them. Plugins just speed up workflow, and I like creating one-off things. How to become a fart god? Beans, bro. Beans. Minecraft has a lot of editing potential. They have a replay mod. Oh, I didn't know that. Can be pretty intimidating. Yeah, no, I get that. Fusion is there's a lot to it. Jeremy, thanks for the sub, bro. Am I recording for a YouTube tutorial? No, just chilling. Talking about editing and whatnot. Trying to put together this edit. Like I've been sitting on this one clip for what, 85 minutes now? Hold on, let's just I want to feel like I made progress here. Just for there. And then I'm gonna delete these. This is what it should look like. Prototype is a good plugin for glows. I've never heard of it, but I'll look into it. What are your thoughts on making a tutorial about basic shakes and camera movement? Why do people always ask like tutorial? I think that might be one of the most requested things, like making tutorials for camera shake. Like, I hope you guys know it's a node, camera shake. We have two different versions. I went over this yesterday on stream, but we have this first one, which is basic camera shake, right? And then we have the second one, which is the one that I'm using, which is advanced camera shake, and it just gives you more options. Like, it's not crazy. You just mess with the settings. Anytime you're confused about something, mess with settings. The plugin outlines objects. DaVinci also has that. Tools, edge control. The thing with like outlining an object is that it has to be rotoscope. So with this isn't a part of the free version of Resolve, but it's called Magic Mask, the AI rotoscoper. But basically, a second, there we go. We have Jet now. Let me close this real quick. We have Jet, and then if we plug in Alpha Outline, it'll do nothing. That's fantastic. There it is. Had to turn it up. Now we have the outline of Jet, and then we could plug that in here. Merge. Ooh. Now we have Jet outlined. And we could add a glow, like soft glow. That, like, see, that's like the main reason why I don't have plugins, is because a lot of the stuff you can just make really quickly in DaVinci. Like, we have 3 nodes here. Hold on, I'm behind on chat. I'm so behind on chat. Always so behind on chat. Have you ever created some crazy portal edit? No. Portal effect? No, I don't know what you mean. Maybe I have done one thing like that, but it wasn't a portal. Silky, what's going on, homie? Oh, let's edit and see your thought process. I'm trying, man. I'm you know, I want to talk to you guys. Mask out Jet. Or it's bind when she flashes. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I like this. The problem I have with it is that I think I might need to re-record this, but this is stretched out. So I don't know. I could try to do like almost, it's the DaVinci's equivalent to content aware fill. I could try to do that, but honestly, it's good, but it's not that great. Like, I don't think it'll do the job of making this proper. Can you go over velocity and syncing, like time remapping? I have a tutorial about that, but it's really simple. Right click, retime controls, or Control R, and now you can add speed points. And then these speed points, if you drag the top right, you can make the clip longer or shorter, and you would just do that to the beat of the song. It's that simple. Oh, and then the other thing is that what you should also do is that you go to retime curve, and this will make it less linear. Instead of going at like 40% and then 100%, you know, we'll have that transition to 100% real smooth. Can you track a video on a weapon? Yes. Oh, you know what, Tengu? The other thing that, if I don't know what format your video is, that could be the issue. The other issue that it could be is that the frames aren't synced up properly. So, like, what you're doing is I don't want to say it's advanced, but it kind of is. It just requires a little bit of thinking. So, like, the original format of this video is 120 FPS, but the timeline is in 30. So when I go into Fusion, that's why we have a ridiculous amount of frames. It's because it's at 120. It's showing the default resolution. So what you might need to do is, in your clip, you would drag whatever video you want over the video the video that you're trying to track into your other video, right? So it would look something like this. This is your Spotify video. You highlight everything. You right click, new Fusion clip. You go into Fusion now. Now your timeline is in your timeline FPS rate. So instead of 120 FPS, now we're in 30 FPS. Both videos are synced to that, and you should have no problem. Anytime you're confused about something, mess with settings. Best advice I've ever heard in years. Dude, that's the... I don't know, man. I can't tell you how many times people are just like, I don't know what to do. It's like, well, have you tried anything? No. Well, come on, man. Crack, thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good night. You have the free version of DaVinci or Studio. I have the Studio version, but the majority of what I do is stuff that you can find in the free version. Why not work in 24? 30 FPS is just the most common value. That's all. 24 is like really only when you're filming things, like IRL things, like if you're gonna record with a camera. 24 FPS. I'm downscaling from 120 to 30. The part of the reason is for slow-mo stuff. Like this video was slowed down to like 40%. Even though I added optical flow to it, it really didn't do anything. Love your tutorials, montages. Keep up the good work. Baz, thanks, man. Generic Duo, I'm doing great, man. How are you doing? Video. Wander. Peace out, fart. Nearly 1 a.m. here. Wow. Well, have a good night, man. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully join one for your edit review streams. Yeah, guys, if you're not a part of the Discord, make sure you join. I'm gonna try and put together a edit review stream this week. Working 60, is that too big? No, I mean, like, a lot of people render their videos out in 60 FPS. I don't see the point in doing that. At least for like what I'm trying to do, like I always try to make things look cinematic, right? And movies are filmed in 24 FPS. TV shows are filmed in 30 FPS. Nothing's really filmed in 60 FPS except for maybe like sports. So if like the footage that you're trying to make, the video that you're trying to make is really highlighting your gameplay and like you're a pro player or whatever, of course render your video out in 60 FPS. But like, I don't know, if you're trying to make something artistic like this, 30 or 24, I think that's best thing to do. Oh, wrong account. Welcome, Karma. You have any favorite video transitions? Not really. Like I do match cuts a lot, and match cuts are things that you have to make. Like this is a match cut combined with guess a cross dissolve or a blur transition, because the phantom right here actually, and a smooth cut at the same time. It's a smooth cut between two phantoms, but it's two phantoms, so like it's technically a match. I just use the smooth because they're two different phantoms and this helps blend them together. And then this is a blur transition, just using directional blur. But a lot of what I do, like here, this is another match move transition with another blur. Like I don't use, like, I don't go to video transitions and download plugins or other transitions and then I drop them onto my timeline to transition between two clips. This is a slide to the left transition with blur. I guess blur would be the other transition that I use a lot, but like, I do have stream elements. I just haven't set it up properly. If I didn't try and edit whole montage, it might be better to make like 2 or 3 well edited clips. I think that's a great idea. It can, like, editing is very time consuming, and so if you can work on perfecting like 2 or 3 effects in one video, that will be infinitely better for you learning wise, opposed to making a 10-minute montage video and then you get burnt out through it. My transition was not really good, so yeah. I see. I mean, look, man, if you're looking for like fancy transitions, I don't know, Google it, right? Like, get some inspiration there. The only like real transition that, I don't know, there's just, when I feel like when people talk about like transitions, they're talking about like things that look like this. Give me 1 second. We have kind of like these goofy looking transitions. Hey, what the hell? Doing, please. Like you have stuff that looks like this. That doesn't look good in my opinion. Or Luma wipe, glitch, foreground wipes. Like this stuff doesn't really look all that good. When you're creating a transition, it needs to be something super well thought out. Like this is just a jump cut, but because the movement is matching, it feels fluid. I don't know. Movie transitions with effects. Yeah, that's basically it. Hold on, I'm behind on chat. Super new question, but how do you get the alternate angle of kills and stuff like that? I go into a custom game with a friend, and then I watch them in observer mode. I have a tutorial on that if you want something more in depth. Can you do the step with the video in Fusion again? Yeah, give me 1 second. By the way, I was wondering, what's your workflow like? Do you cut everything up, then effects? Do you do one clip at a time? So what you want to do, like what I do is I cut everything up, place it on the timeline about what I want. It's called a rough cut. I don't have any effects done to them, just a rough cut to get an idea of how things are going to flow together. If I don't have footage of stuff, I'll add text as a placeholder. So I know like later down the road, hey, I need to add fade dyeing to the prime phantom finisher. And then that's when you start adding effects after you get that done. And when it comes to adding effects, I try to work from the beginning and then work my way to the end. With flare transitions. Yeah, flare transitions. It's okay. Personally, I just think that creating your own transitions is the best way to do it. Like not using preset things that you can drop onto your video. Like I think this looks infinitely better than, I mean, frame by frame it doesn't look good, but it looks infinitely better than anything that you would drag and drop. It doesn't take too long to make either. Yeah, so the video, right? Put it onto your timeline. So get it lined up however you need it to. Highlight both clips, just the clips, not the audio. Right click, Fusion clip. Now when you go into Fusion, you'll have two media nodes. It's upside down. Remember your gold arrow is your background, green is your foreground. So if we disconnect this, we have a what our background is showing. Unknown species, thanks for the sub, man. And then yeah, then you can do your thing. What I was saying earlier was that you might have like your background video might be 60 FPS and your foreground video might be 30 FPS. And so the FPS on the timeline in Fusion isn't lining up correctly. So just create a Fusion clip between the two of them. Aw, Karma. Thank you. That looks like Russian. I don't speak Russian, man. What? Did I drink all my water? There's something about this that I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. Maybe I should just move on to doing this, take a break from it. Part Doctor, how come your DaVinci is so smooth? Every time I make a little effect, a little edit, feels like Want to put the whole timeline to cache or something. Pain to work like that. Could be your PC specs. The other thing, playback, timeline resolution from full to half or quarter. You could, if it's not turned on, in playback, render cache, turn that on to smart. It'll render it out, do like a pre-render for you. If the effects that you have you like, you're not going to change it, you know you're not going to change it, you could right click, render in place. There's a lot of things that you can do. Zoom in a door, but the tracker doesn't work. Doesn't really know why it doesn't work. Can't introduce my other video, and when I try, Fusion crashes. Are you having trouble tracking something? Is that the issue? Because there are some things that you can do to improve that. Every time you see something cool, you have a hard time understanding, hard time seeing how they did it. Best thing you can do, download the video, watch it frame by frame. I do that all the time. Like, perfect example with this, I'm sure you wouldn't be able to tell what's happening just by watching it really quickly. Maybe on a second watch or third watch. But if you go frame by frame, you can see I start to add directional blur, and then it's just a quick jump cut with the same amount of directional blur, and then it fades out. There's also some weirdness going on with the phantom. That's because there's a smooth cut between the two phantoms. I don't know, I use the tracker with the polygon where I chose what I want to track. I don't know, man. If you don't know, then I don't know. Are you trying to like stabilize that? Like what's going on there? Wait, you're trying to zoom in to a door. So I'm assuming you're using the planar tracker. But if you're trying to zoom in onto the door, you need to be tracking that door. So Stardew. What you might find more helpful is using the regular tracker node. So, I mean, it all depends, right? Like, let's say I wanted to transition. Like, I think what you're trying to do is zoom into like a doorway to transition into the other video. If I wanted to do that with this window right here for hookah, like one of the ways that I could do it is take a transform node, add center and zoom keyframe. So what I'm going to do is start with the zoom. It starts to go off frame. So like I'm just going to zoom in right now all the way, center, move it over and up, and then zoom in a little bit more. Like so. And then what you'd need to do is just track this by hand by adjusting the center keyframes, so it like smoothly goes into it. Like this. Like the part where I make my other video but it crashes. Could be a hardware issue. You could try reducing your resolution to quarter. I don't know, man. That's tough. This video. I don't think it's that bad, actually. I do think there's something missing, and maybe I could add that in later on. Maybe just something right here. Like yours face. I wonder if I have that anywhere. Probably not. I purged. No, I don't. Damn. Crashes too. Oh man. You could try and render it in place and then work on it. The paid camera tracker in the free version, no. That's why it's in the paid version. I want to do some 3D things, and the camera tracker is pretty important for this. What sort of 3D things are you trying to do? I'm gonna add the color grading to this, by the way. I need to duplicate this because I silly, rendered it in place, decompose to original. So now yep, there's the color grade. Now what I can do is apply that color grade to this. Bam. What? Oh, this. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I need to. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna add serial, or no, parallel. I'm gonna add flow right here. I'm gonna kind of visualize it. Watch. Let's start outlining. Skill something. I'm sorry, I just missed that, but thank you for the sub, man. Am I new to this, bro? Yeah. There's some portal effect in Rocket League Montage. Okay. Yeah, if you're trying to like add a portal effect in like 3D space and you need 3D tracking, there is not much that you can do. I mean, you can kind of cheese it by, sometimes you can kind of cheese it by using like a planar tracker or 2D motion tracking, but I mean, unfortunately, you're kind of shit out of luck. Not much you can do. How do you add the cinematic black borders on your clips? It's just a crop. If you go to, if you're in the edit page, crop, there it is. Just bring these values up or down. Oh. For some reason, I thought that the other version of it was a little bit wider. Trying to learn this, but I've got no patience. Well, you're in luck because I make tutorials, and that's kind of what this stream is about. I'm trying to make this montage, put it together, but you know, I'm answering any questions you guys have. You're back! If I paid you, could you teach me? No. I might do something like that in the future, but right now I'm not doing that. Zoom with just the position. How can I introduce the other video with the edit things? Track or no? K? K8? I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't entirely know what you're talking about now. I know, man. I've been working on this for like since the beginning of the stream. It's okay. I'm not like pressed for time on it, you know. I'm taking my time. I'm mostly here to talk to you guys, answer any questions you have, or just hang out. Casey Ferris, yeah, I like watching him. There's another guy, Nomad R Productions. He makes a lot of effects tutorials. He's really good too. How can I download Valorant Montage? What? Tofu, what's up, homie? $30 right now. Discord call. No. The answer is still no. Yeah, I don't like these two, and I think it's because this looks good, but the red here is just so bright. So what I think I'm going to do, and that might be because of the color grade. What I might do is add another parallel. I'm going to do a little bit of color correction by selecting it with the qualifier tool. Perhaps that's it. Can I bring down the saturation on it? Or the brightness, the gain on it? No. How long am I gonna stream? I'm not sure, man. I'm just gonna kind of do it. I do have to pick up my mom from the airport. She's flying back from visiting my brother. I have to do that like late tonight though. So I got 12 hours of editing ahead of me. I'm starting in an hour. Looking to you for motivation. Oh God, bro. What are you editing? Looting, jump in Discord right now. I'm just kidding, bro. Where you make the, I've seen a video where you make this, but I don't know which. Made a transition like that? Are you talking about like the Discord, or the Discord is still on my mind. The jigsaw transition? Did I post a color grading tutorial? Yep, I have 2. I have 4 pets. Rust Bed Wars content? Damn. I do not like how bright that is. Wonder if can't. Okay, so now it's only applied to this. I might just be screwed on it. Which software am I using to edit? Bro, it's in the title. Come on, man. Need to search. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, bro. If you think I made that, oh, wait a minute. It might be a TikTok tutorial. If I don't know where you came from, but it could be that, like an early TikTok tutorial. And I don't know what to do for this, because this is not Oh, I'm so silly. That's only for like 3 frames that you see it. Okay, I'm being a silly goose. Add color there, add color there. I think we're good. You know what? One other thing that I could do. I do this too much though, but it's whatever. Bump up the gain here. 20, bring it down. Line. Just hit F. Ah! That's too bright. God! Okay, we'll bring that down. Blah. DaVinci has come a long way. Now it competes Vegas, Premiere, and After Effects. I agree. I agree, my man. Yeah, it's how to download a Veil Montage. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Top left, bottom software is. Yeah, there's a lot. It's okay, man. I don't use TikTok. No, it was okay. It was on YouTube. Is the Discord server link not working? Bro, thanks for the sub, man. Y'all can't have multiple syllables in your name. I'm dyslexic. I'm a video editor, bro. Have to head out. See you around. Fart. Thanks, Karma. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Can DaVinci Resolve easily rotoscope things in the free version or not? It can. I have yeah, I have a tutorial about 4 different ways to rotoscope things inside of the free version of DaVinci Resolve. There's even a AI version, right? But you have to use a third-party software. It's you can do it. It just takes a little bit longer. It worked for me an hour ago. Oh, okay. Please give us tutorial. What, man? Wait, what did I say in the first second of this stream? You're colorblind and a video editor. Don't talk to me about limitations. I mean, you don't need to. Color correcting must be a bit of a challenge. But it took you 20 minutes to rotoscope. What? Crazy to have an editing program that is this good for free. That's why I'm checking in. So sorry. Dumb questions? No, bro. There's no dumb questions. Oh yeah, that I'm dyslexic. I mean, I joke about that, but I legitimately am dyslexic. Dyslexic as shit. I was put in all the stupid people classes. I don't like this because she's off to the. She's the focal point, right? She's off to the right. And then we go center. And off to the right. No, it's not subtle. Just ramp up the vibrance and leave it at that. Man, you can't be doing that. There needs to be something to draw the eye back to the center of the screen. And I don't know what that something is. I don't know if I maybe need to, like, if I zoom in here, make her in the center. I feel like that takes away from some of the impact. I want more color grading than that. That's what I want. The word bind, rotate. Wait. In. What about like how it, like having it spin in? For editing. Bro, what? That's insane. Like actually insane. Be a normal person and watch TikTok while you're dead. We slightly track the jet, keep her centered. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But like, I feel like I might just have to redo this shot. I just feel like this is it takes away from the impact because I'm zooming back in on her. I zoom out, or no, I'm not zooming out. A little bit more. Now she's dead center. This. Not a great shot. That's on me for not being a great cameraman. Oh, you know what? Ugh, I gotta track her in a little bit better. That really wasn't a problem, but that's besides the point. Hold on. Back to chat. How can I color grade when I can't tell the difference between green and yellow and purple? Oh, fuck. Oh, do those color blind glasses actually work? Any Unreal 5 DaVinci tutorials? I have seen a few of them. I really want to learn Unreal Engine, but it's obviously hard, and there's not a lot of DaVinci to Unreal tutorials out there. So I'm on the fence about it. You zoom out a little, keep more of the impact. Yeah, but the problem is that if I zoom out, we'll have more of this stretched area. That's why I was like, I think I need to re-record this. I think that the premise is correct. Like the effects and everything, it's working fine. But I have a question. Did you download any plugins? No. No plugins. Just everything that DaVinci Resolve has. Yeah. What are those plugins? I've seen them like here and there, but I don't know what they do. I use the paid version, but the majority of the stuff that I do, can be done in the free version. The main reason is I have Studio is to speed up my workflow. Ah, gotcha. The colorblind glasses. I give like 1,000 more effects. But that's not what I'm interested in. Like, I'm not interested in effects that people can just put on top of their video, right? Like, I want to learn how to make the effects. Does that make sense? Like, what I was talking about earlier was like transitions, right? Like, it's I think most of them look like crap. Why is this live stream recommended page again and again and again? Because you need to watch this. Yeah, you can watch it, the full montage, but I can't play the audio. So just pretend like you're watching, you're listening. Dude, Fusion is the best. It always gets messed up there. I don't know why. Thank you for the sub, Silva. Yeah, that's all I got right now. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna quit messing with this, I think. Just for right now. Yeah, Fusion is where like all of Resolve's potential is, and unfortunately people are just intimidated by nodes. Because I think most software is layer based. And that's easier for them to understand, but like, I don't know, man. For me, it's really easy. It's just like reading. You go left to right. Funny how he's editing. I just finished a couple weeks of editing. The sad part is it's not anywhere close to this. Well, my friend, you just gotta speed up your workflow then. How do you get your cinematics? I have a tutorial about that, but if you just click on if you click on my page, you'll find it. But I go into a custom game with friends, and then we recreate the scene, and I watch them in observer mode. Not fit to the full screen. You just use your mouse, your scroll wheel. I did turn it down to half or a quarter. I don't like doing that, but it's literally just for this one effect, which is ridiculous because I mean, like, it's an edge detect effect. If I play it in Fusion, it has to do like a little pre-render, and then it's fine. That's the effect that it doesn't like for whatever reason. Hey, that's great. I love to hear that, man. You used to edit with DaVinci. You haven't used it in a while. What do you use now? You use Premiere? Gumdrop. I love node-based systems. Would switch away from After Effects again every time. Nodes are so nice, bro. I had a little bit of experience with Blender before using DaVinci, so it was like a fairly easy transition for me. But yeah, like nodes just, it's less complicated in my opinion. Do you create montage videos with a script? How do you keep track of your ideas? So I do something like this. You see how I have text? I kill fade here with the phantom. And then, yeah, I just put in a little bit of text so that way I can know. And then this is the shot that I have. I have two of them. This is the scene that I have. So it's just that this is how I keep track of my ideas. I think I have another video where it was just showing off the entire, like, maybe it was on Twitter. But it was like a full on storyboard type thing with just text and a little bit of animation stuff. Let me try and find it actually. Am I gonna save it so we can watch later? What, the stream? Wondering why you don't have it zoomed in to fit. Oh, why I don't? Because I don't really need to have it zoomed in to fit. I like, so like the one of the things is that you have to think about how people are going to watch your video, right? Very few people are going to be watching it full screen. So I don't need to make things look good for full screen. Most people are going to be watching it on their phone. So like it's going to be like this size. And I don't need it, like I need it to look good at this size. So that's part of the reason. You gotta, like, if you're making a video, keep that in mind. I have a Ryzen 7 and two 3060 Ti's. Wait, I want to find this video for you guys about how I do like storyboarding stuff. I definitely posted it as like a meme because I think I needed to get cinematics and Valorant was down. Yeah.
What's the word, Captain?
Ah! Hold on. Nope. Okay. So like this is an example of what it looked like beforehand. And I'm using like old footage and I'm animating a lot of things. Some of this footage, like this stuff, stays because I had that. This is a like more footage and whatnot. So there's that, right? And then this is what it turned out. Ah! Okay. And this is what it turned out to be. So all this stuff was like obviously placeholders, but it's also a way for me to like work out some ideas. You know, I write things down, remember them, and then try to reuse old footage, stuff like that. But yeah. No, you didn't hear. I think I caught you lacking. That was not a Freddie Dredd song. You may have thought you heard that, but you didn't. Okay? It didn't happen like that. That was me talking. Caught you lacking. Never seen anyone who edits on DaVinci. I mean, You got it. If you're not, you're missing out. I use Premiere because of my current edits, because a friend of mine said I must practice it so I can get jobs. But dang, bro, edits are amazing. I might want to explore DaVinci again. You should. Honestly, you should. Just for the fact that, like, a lot of the stuff that you do in Premiere, you can do in the free version. Like, almost everything you can do in Premiere, you can do in the free version of DaVinci Resolve. If you have the studio version, it's just going to be amazing. The studio is definitely on par with Premiere and After Effects, whereas the free version, it's, you know, it doesn't have all of the features, but it's pretty close to it. 230/60s. Yeah, yeah. How do you remove green screen tracker marking? Green screen tracking markers. Oh, you would add a delta key. Oh wait. No, there's I don't know. I can't think of it right now. I always have to watch tutorials. I'm sure there's a tutorial out there that you can look up, but it's really simple. What are you tracking? Reverse Deadshot, thanks for stopping by, homie. Yeah, there is a lot of people who edit on DaVinci. Adobe Suite, sadly essential in the job market, at least here. It is. Here's the thing. I think as long as you can produce results, it shouldn't matter what software you use. The main reason why DaVinci or Adobe is popular is because it was better than every other editing software out there. But now DaVinci is like a competitor to Adobe. So I don't really see the point of using Adobe outside of other people might be using Adobe. And if they want to work on the project as well, then, you know, you can't go from, I mean, I think you can go from DaVinci to Adobe, but it's complicated. But also, if like you do freelance work, you don't have to use Adobe. I mean, some people are like picky for whatever reason, but those are the people you don't want to work for. I've gotten plenty of job offers from doing DaVinci work, because people don't really care at the end of the day. They just want a cool video. Wait, if you're editing while it's lagging a bit due to high definition videos, will it download? I'm confused by that. I'm sorry, man. How do you get black bars? Guys, by the way, there is a delay on stream, but I'm also really behind on chat. How do you get the black bars on the top and bottom? It's a crop. We go here, this video, where I have the black bars. I just cropped it. The top bottom crop. Just like practicing with stock footage and sometimes has tracking markers. Okay. Is it the ultra keyer to get rid of them? The delta keyer, you'll get rid of the regular green screen. So ultra keyer, you'll get rid of the tracking markers for it that are on the green screen. Go again, love your stream. Though we've been here for 40 minutes. That was last time. 60 minutes. Oh my goodness. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. Bun, morning, Doc. Good morning, Bun. It's nighttime for me, but good morning to you. You clicked because of my name. That's what's up, homie. To be honest, though, I think I'm going to change my name from Fart Doctor to something a little bit more professional. Only because I was in the middle of writing a company about like getting a sponsorship. And I was like, I have this many followers on TikTok, this many subscribers on YouTube. And I was like, I can't just say I have that amount of followers, like I should also link my accounts. And I was like, this feels silly linking my TikTok Fart Doctor and my YouTube Fart Doctor to like a professional sounding inquiry. So I don't know, man. I think I might change it, but that's part of the charm of it, is that people think it's ridiculous and then they click on it. So I don't know. Wait, you add a title on the timeline just to use it as a marker? You're talking about like this? Yes. This is just filler for it's a placeholder, I should say, because I have like the scene before it, fade dies to the prime phantom, so that tells me, like, a lot of times, well, I'll have like a million of these and it's a shot list, so then I can just watch the video and be like, okay, I need to get a shot of fade dying to the prime phantom at this spot right here, and then I end up getting rid of it, and then I'll place you know, the actual footage, which is this. Add tool matte chroma key to remove green screen. Yeah, but he's talking about the green screen tracking markers. So you might be able to get by with whatever the, like, if it's a green tracking marker on a green screen, you might get by with that. But I know that, like, sometimes they're red, they can be blue sometimes, even black. And there's like a little bit of finessing that you have to do. You could also just like rotoscope them as well. How do you recommend finding clients for video editing? Post on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You'll build a following, you'll build a following, and you got to look at your account almost like a portfolio for people to look at. Like, I don't really advertise the fact that I edit, like that I do commissions, or that wait, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I do commissions, and then I've worked with some streamers in the past, editing like their video shorts or like their YouTube videos. I don't advertise that, but then people will just hit me up and be like, hey, could you do this for me? I like the videos that you create. Could you do the same thing for me? So I think that's the best way to do it. If you wanted to go that direction where you're freelancing, like, I don't really want to do that, so that's why I don't advertise it. You would find a lot of work going that way, especially think about it like if you have a viral video, you know, you in the caption you're like looking for work or something. How the video look? The video looks okay. I really haven't made a lot of progress here, but that's because I'm here talking to you guys, answering any DaVinci questions. What version of DaVinci am I using right now? It is DaVinci Resolve 18, whatever the latest update is. Does not like that part of the video. And I also have the studio version of DaVinci. So, you know, I have access to all the features in it. But for the most part, I mean, literally everything in this you could do in the free version. It would just take you a little bit longer. That's all. Like, it's kind of hard to tell here because it's subtle, but the background is blurred for this shot. This shot, it's definitely a lot more noticeable. But like I rotoscoped Yoru, and that took me like 2 minutes to do. In the free version, you could do that with like a polygon node, but it would take you a little while. But like this, the ammo effect, that's easy. I think I just have to redo the shot, like re-record it. Waffles, what's your question? How do I fix 100% CPU while 0% GPU using AMD RX 70? What's your CPU? Do you have a video on text effects? I don't have a video on that. What sort of text effects are you looking for? i5? I think you need an i7. You might not have... Hold on. DaVinci Resolve effects. Yeah, you need 16 gigabytes of RAM, an i7 or Ryzen 7 CPU, and at least 2 gigabytes of VRAM. Supports OpenCL 1.2 or CUDA 11. I don't think your computer can handle DaVinci Resolve, man. Like the 3D kind. So this technically isn't a 3D effect right here. This is a 2D effect. $16 gigabytes. Damn, that's expensive. Use Premiere Pro. Oh, well, I don't know, man. This is DaVinci Resolve. But this is technically a 2D effect made to look 3D. I do have a tutorial on that, but hold on. Bring it over here. I pre-rendered this because I knew I liked it. But if we go into Fusion here, I'm gonna delete, turn off this so we can see. Mendez, Fade, hello, 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 welcome guys. So this is the ammo counter tutorial that I made. Do you use Premiere at all? No, I use DaVinci. But so hold on. We look at let's look at this node tree. This is the node tree right here. I'll break it down from the top all the way to the bottom. The first is a text node. This is what it looks like. Just plain old text. Let me make this a little smaller. Plain old text on 1920 by 1080. Then I have glow added to it. Give it that color. I have a color corrector because later on it goes to red. Flicker, that is right here. So we get that flickering effect with the text. The transform node is used to reposition the text, and the corner positioner is used to get it in this position. And then the planar transform is the tracking. You'll find that using a planar tracker, you can like outline this, right? And then after you track it, you can extract all that tracking data and create a planar transform. If you want like a super in-depth version of that though, like I said, I have a tutorial. It's on my channel called the bullet counter. Font on the ammo counter is bog, right? Yes, it is. Is DaVinci free? There is a free version and there's a paid version of it. I have the paid version. The free version, you can do all of this in the free version. If you watch like any of the videos on my channel, pretty much all of them were done in the free version or could be done in the free version. If you do want 3D text though, you can easily do that in DaVinci. Go to effects. I'm gonna create a new fusion composition. Let's see. So off to the right, this is your 3D stuff, and it's not all of it. It's just like the most common. This is your hotbar, right? If you wanted to make like 3D text, like a 3D text animation, type in text, and then let's also give it a little bit of depth. So extrusion depth, you can see, sort of see. We should add some lighting. So I'm gonna add a directional light. It'll automatically add an emerge, which is really nice. Oh, and then we need a render. This is the render. There we go. Got directional light now. So, oh, and let's add a camera too. Camera's not necessary, but we can do it. So camera, let's back up the camera. We're gonna go into the transform. Backed up the camera. Directional light. Nothing's happening right now, and that's because in the renderer we need to turn on lighting and shadows. I think actually just lighting. Shadows is like a separate thing, but I'm gonna just rotate this real quick to get the lighting to look a little better. And now what we can do is take our camera, add a couple keyframes. We're gonna use locking that target, and then we're gonna move this back. This text. There you go. I'm a little behind on chat right now. Sage editor. Yo, I edit on free. I edited on the free version of Resolve for the longest time. Like almost a year. Actually, maybe even a year. The only reason why I upgraded to Studio is to speed up my workflow. That's it. Because I found myself doing a lot of rotoscoping things, and I was just sick of going into Runway, rotoscoping there, going into DaVinci, upgrading it to a 1080p version, and then using it. It just, instead of using like 3 clicks where it would take me like 2 minutes, it would take me like 10 minutes. I was just sick of that. My first encounter on DaVinci, the node was really confusing and I didn't touch it. Nodes they're a little intimidating, but it's just like layers. The only thing is that you can move them around. That's all. It's just something that you'll get used to. Different workflow. That's all. Audio quality is great. What kind of microphone setup do you use? It is just a $30 Amazon mic. I don't know what it was. It's just a no-name mic that I got a long time ago. I have Voicemeeter and NVIDIA Broadcast though. Dude, I'm so glad YouTube recommended you. It's not often it pushes someone decent. Oh, you're making me blush. What do you get in the paid version? Paid version, you get a lot. The most, like, I would say important thing. See if I can't find. Here, this will be good use. The most like useful tool in my opinion is called Magic Mask. I was just talking about it. It's a rotoscoping tool. So like you plug it in, you make a couple lines. Ooh, that's not good. Hold on. We're gonna switch it to better. Let's try and make this look really good. It also doesn't help that I have motion blur on, but it is what it is. There we go. See? Just 2 lines, and it's rotoscoped Yoru. That's like the main thing that more than likely you'll be using. And that's if you're using, like if you're editing like montages and whatnot. I've been trying to get into like VFX things, and so like a node that I use a lot that's not in the, it's not actually a node, it's an effect too, but it's called noise reduction. This just improves like camera quality. Noise is like if you've ever taken a video in the dark and you see like all the black and it's got this texture to it right here. This is called noise. And so what noise reduction does is it gets rid of it, and it's super cool. I don't think it's gonna get rid of all of this because it's an obscene amount, but yeah. Guys, I'm so behind on chat right now. There are videos explaining Fusion. Yeah. Pretty much all the tutorials that I have are like Fusion based workflows. You have or know of a good video installing DaVinci on a system? AMD GPU? Oh, I got an error about the GPU. I don't, man. I'm sorry. Explain how trackers work. I have a rectangle green, black border, or tracker points, black border, green. Hold on. Explain how trackers work. Which tracker are you using? You have a rectangular green screen with a black border. I have to put it on a video. Place to put 4 tracker points. Not sure, man. I don't know exactly what you're trying to do. But if you're using like the regular tracking node like this, you can add more points. Well, okay, hold on. This outer box with the dotted line, that is your search area. So DaVinci Resolve is going to look in this area for what I'm tracking. And what I'm tracking is inside the solid square. So it's like Yoru's eye. I can refine this. And then obviously this upper left-hand box, this is how you move it around. You can change your adaptive mode to best match and bring your tolerance down, so you get a better quality track. And then if you wanted to, you could add more tracking points. Benefit of adding more tracking points is that you get a better track, but also if you just have one tracking point, it's not going to account for size. So if like Yoru got closer, there's no way for DaVinci to know that the size needs to increase. But then if you wanted to add something to this, you would change to operation mode. So you go to operation from none to match mode, and then you mess around with the merge, foreground over background, foreground only, things like that. I do have, it sort of sounds like you're doing like a VFX thing, but there are, I do have a couple tracking videos, so maybe they might help, but there's tons of tutorials out there. Any obscure things, tips about using Resolve? For example, I didn't know for the longest time that you can search tools node editor by pressing shift space. One obscure thing is that if you have a node just chilling out in the open and you want to place it on your pipeline, instead of doing this, what you can do, or if you want to take it off too, instead of doing this, what you can do is you hold shift, left click, you drag it over the top. Once it highlights like this, you let go and it automatically gets added in. Or you do the same thing, shift, left click, and you can bring it off. That's an obscure tip. I didn't know that for the longest time. What quality do you export my videos in? I just use the default settings. Do you think you could pay around $200 for a pack edit? I don't have anything to buy, man. I'm sorry. Can you see what I've done so far? Sure. I've said this earlier, but I can't play the audio. But just use your imagination. Let's see. Magic mask on top for the window. That looks super handy. Depth map too. Yes, depth maps are so cool. Actually, after this is done playing, I'll show that to you guys because that's another tool that I really like. A little bit of lag. That's it right now. I'm trying to catch up on chat real quick. Don't let me forget to show you depth map. I'll just show depth map right now. Depth map, really cool. Actually, hold on. Let me do it like this. Depth map. Hello? I don't know where that just got added to, but it got added to something. So let's just give it a second. It's kind of what it sounds like. Depth maps. Figure out depth. So sort of like rotoscoping. You can see we have Yoru kind of outlined here. Just gonna switch this to faster. We can really refine this. You can see like we're starting to see the outline of Yoru's elbow. And it's a great tool. It's really useful for color grading. Look, I can just isolate his elbow. Almost isolated. There we go. Now it's isolated. It's a really useful tool for color grading, but there's also other effects like I've added blur like that before. Again, super behind on chat. I'm trying to catch up. Karma, any tips on syncing audio, syncing stuff to music? Feels like you suck at it. Okay. The best thing that I can offer is with like your audio. Like here's my music. What you can do is this slider right here. We can zoom in a lot, but that's not the best thing to do. What you could do is if you hover in between your audio tracks, you'll get this new little cross cursor. Click, drag that down. Now you can really see where like the beats and the music are. And so you do the same thing for like the, you figure out where you get the kill, place a marker on that video. So like, that's sort of what I did here. Yeah. Close to it. Right here. One of these, I did it. Yeah, so that was a beat right there. And then I get the kill. So that's just press M for a marker, M here, and then you line the two up. Make sure you have your snapping tool turned on, and then it'll just, boom, automatic. Didn't know DaVinci has like that. It's quite convenient on masking videos. Yeah, the magic mask and depth maps are amazing. Use markers to help mark the parts and videos you want to emphasize your music. Yep, right here. You can see that. Add depth of field. Yep, color correction in the background. That's crazy that, like, yeah. I mean, you, of course, you know that. Let's split your edits first for audio. Yeah. Do you think I could pay you? Oh, wait. Did I, like, mess things up? do you only view one screen at a time in Fusion? Is there some advantage for only one screen at a time in Fusion? Like, what do you mean? Like, how I have it set up like this? What? Why? Okay, DaVinci. Like how I normally have it set up as this. It's because I only really care about this right here. So media out right here, that's what the video is going to be rendered like. So if I put in this background node, yeah, there it is. But let's say I wanted to see what is happening. Like, let's say I had, hold on, give me a second here. Let's say I had two background nodes creating two different effects. Okay, so now we got this purple pink color. If I wanted to see what's happening in one of these effects, right, in this one background, I could select that merge, hit 1, and it brings it into the second viewer window, and now I can see what's going on in just that effect. You all made it all manually and you didn't put preset stock? Presets for what? Whatever. I think Daniel, I'm behind on chat, but I think Daniel answered your question. Yeah, because like if you're using, I don't like using like even when I'm color grading. Ooh, wait, hold on. When I'm color grading, so I talked about this earlier, but this color grade is different than this one, but just slightly, because Icebox is a very blue map and Bind is a very red map. I didn't like how different it looked, so I messed with the color grading to make Bind look a little bit more blue and Icebox a little bit more red. So there's just a lot of customization that needs to go into this. That's why I don't like using presets and things like that. No, I mean, if I could pay you to edit me a video for like $200, I really don't like doing commission work. I turn down most of it unless it's something that really excites me. Oh, okay, he answered. No, I would actually pay to make me a montage. Yeah, I don't really like making montages for other people. Mostly because like it's a very creative endeavor, right? And like the work that I put into it, like how do I explain this? I know the technical skills, but also it's the creative skills that go into this. And so the creativity never gets turned off. Like when I'm laying in bed going to sleep, I think about stuff that I could do to a montage. And so where like that editing process might take like, I don't know, like actually 5 hours worth of work, I'll think about how to edit this for 10 hours. And so no matter what, I lose money on it. And the other thing is that if I play Valorant at least on like an average level, and so I can make cool looking videos without like having to do ridiculous amounts of editing. So if I can edit a video and I get the views for it, that's infinitely more valuable to me than cash, you know? Because the potential down the road is that if I get more views, then I'll get another subscriber. If I get another subscriber, then my channel gets bumped up, which means I'll get more views. It's a snowball effect, is what I'm trying to say. started editing and made my first video not too long ago on my channel, but from what I just saw, I want to edit just like you for a cool montage. Aww. When did you start editing? You don't understand how happy I was when I found your channel. Appreciate the videos you make for DaVinci and Valorant edits. Keep them coming, Sensei. I will. Logic? What's up, homie? Hey, found your channel. I have to thank you for your tutorials. You've helped me step up my editing game. Hey, I'm glad to hear it. Use CapCut? Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I used my phone to edit videos for the longest time, and then last year I started editing on a proper software. You share with us tutorials, make me watch your tutorials more often. Thanks, man. I think one of the most annoying things on the internet is that, like, you go to find a tutorial, and then the person will show you the basics, and then be like, if you want to learn how to do the actual thing, buy my master course for $300. And I'm like, well, I don't know what's in your master class. I don't want to learn shit that I don't need. Like, I don't know. There's so much to Fusion. The stuff that I've showed you guys is maybe 10% of all the nodes in Fusion. Just in this 3-hour stream, I've showed you maybe 10% of what you can do in Fusion. Maybe even less than that, like 5%. Look at how many nodes are in here. Right? This is tools. These are all the nodes in tools. And look at how many 3D tools there are. It's ridiculous. I don't know what all of this does. So I don't need someone to teach me all of this, because you only need to know 10% of a software to use it efficiently. Actually, wait, 20%. The saying is you need to 80% of what you do will require 20% of the knowledge. So my point here is that I want to make tutorials where you guys can learn all this information for free. Like I'm not going to make a masterclass or anything like that where you have to pay to get like the more advanced information. I'll make this stuff for you for free, because at the end of the day, the views on YouTube pay me. So by the way, I'm still like, I was ranting for like 3 minutes, 2 minutes scrolling, and there's still stuff. This is a crazy amount of nodes. Okay. Anyways. Where am I? Do I have the full software? Yeah, I have the studio version. Like I said, it's mostly to speed up workflow. I try to put out tutorials for the free version because I know that's like the main draw for DaVinci. But if I can use a paid effect, then I'm going to do it. Like for Yoru here, I used Magic Mask to rotoscope him. I have tutorials about how to rotoscope things for free, but it takes extra time, and I don't want to do that, man. Personally, PF is really helpful for me, even if I need to pay. What's that, man? What do you do for a living? He lives for a living. I mean, you can just search. Yeah, you. I'm assuming this is in reference to me going on that ridiculous rant about people making tutorials where you need to buy whatever class in order to get the actual information. You can eventually find it. It's just annoying that you have to sift through that. I don't want to be a part of that. I understand you need to get paid on the internet somehow, but I don't know. I think one of the draws to the internet is being able to learn things for free. Make me feel like I need to touch some grass. Seriously, but yeah. Anyways, I was supposed to edit this section. Been 3 hours. The only thing I've done is this, and I have to re-record it because I don't like the framing of it. But this, on the other hand, where does she get shot? When does she get shot? I want this. This. From this down, I'll Whoa, why'd you go all the way up there, man? And then this one, cut to it. This. Oh, this is the wrong one. Forgot, there's 2 versions of it. One with good framing and then one with bad framing. Maybe this could be like a flare transition type thing. Something like that. Hey bro, I have a question. My DaVinci Resolve doesn't take my MP4 files. You know how to fix this problem I'm having? No. I've never ran into that problem. I mostly only know how to fix problems that I've ran into, if I'm being honest. I've never heard of that before. But there is Google. I'm sure someone out there has had that same problem at some point. Hey, I'm a pro sniper. Got some fire clips. That's cool, man. You gonna edit them? Wait, how did you do the ammo filtering? Did you add like perspective distortion to it? Talking about this right here with the flickering. Port but blank basically. Change the file extension like MKV. Yo, what's up, Fart Doctor? I stumbled on your live stream yesterday. It was fun. I found myself bringing your content and started binging your content. God, I need to get glasses and I need to learn how to read. Started learning color grading. Slept by 4 a.m. Jesus, bro. Well, I'm glad you had fun. Or your file is just corrupt. I would assume it's just corrupt. Mavis, that's not a real question, bro. There's no way you're asking what app I'm using. Respectfully. Yeah, so this is just really easy. I have a in-depth tutorial about it if you want to check it out. But hold on, let me just turn this off so it runs a little better. But basically, I went over this a little bit earlier. But so I have a regular text node. And then I keyframed when I shot right here, and then I added the low ammo to it. The next thing that I have is a soft glow to obviously light it up. I use a color corrector to change from the blue to the red. It's just a lot easier than having to mess with the colors in the glow. The flicker is for obviously the flickering. transform node that moves it left and right, up and down, and resize it. But like getting it to this perspective, I just used a corner positioner. I like lining it up with like 2 points. Actually, this isn't really lined up. I took it from another clip, but I lined it up with 2 points on the Phantom that were straight, and then I just kind of eyeballed the top 2, and that'll make the perspective good enough. And then I have the planar transform. I use the planar tracker to track the movement of the Phantom, so we get the sway of the Phantom translated into the ammo counter. I also turned down my trail length so I didn't get all of that sway to it. But then after I got the tracking collected from it, I only wanted the tracking data, so I created a planar transform, and that's all of your tracking data. So I was able to delete the tracker. Whoop. Delete the tracker, so I'm left with just the tracking data in the planar transform. So it's right here, and then we have the merge to tie it in. Oh no, am I? Oh wait. Does this have motion blur? Yeah, okay. I thought it was silly goose today for a second. Try that already. Thanks, bro. Might just be because the free version I want to buy it. Not sure if it's worth it. Can't even test it out. How that's. Dude, the studio version is 1000% worth it. If you can afford it, definitely do it. It's not necessary though. But also don't buy it thinking that it's going to fix an issue like that. You know the glow text you did for the ammo, could you do that as player's outline? Yeah, you could do that. I actually made that effect just like real quick early in the video, or early in the stream rather. But the way that you do it is a little different. The player outlines, player outlines, we have to rotoscope the player so it knows what to outline. So I have a tutorial about rotoscoping things. So you just need to rotoscope it. If you have the free version, that video shows you 4 different ways you can rotoscope things for free inside of DaVinci Resolve. But I have the studio version, so that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to use the magic mask. And I'm just going to draw a couple lines here. I'm actually going to switch this to better so it looks better. Sometimes that will happen like that, but there we go. So now we have Yoru all rotoscoped. If you open up effects, go to templates, fusion, tools, edge control. Plug that into or whatever that rotoscope you have. So the magic mask is acting as the rotoscope. Kathy, thanks for the sub. Fuck. I just lost my train of thought for a second. Hold on. Okay, so we got the rotoscope, and now we have alpha edge. Alpha edge is going to act as our outline. So if I bring this into the second viewer window, there you go. We can see what it's outlining, but we need to tie it into our actual video. So I'm going to drop in a merge node, connect that like that. There we go. Now I can get rid of this. Let's make some room here. So we have Yoru outlined. It's a real crappy mask, I know, but it's just something quick. We can bump up the size right here, but you'll see that it's blurry. So what you can do is you can mess with like the gamma and the gain. Oop. No, not contrast. I think the threshold also will kind of sharpen up these edges. Yeah. And then soft glow. Boom. We have that. As a player outline. Bump this down because this is ridiculous. Something like that. And then if you want to change the color, add a color corrector node. Why am I doing that? Color corrector node. Now we can drag it to whatever color we want. So that's just like a really quick way of making player outlines or outlining something. But so main thing is that you need to rotoscope it, use alpha edge. Okay, hold on. You need to rotoscope, right? If you have the studio version, use Magic Mask. If you don't, there's tons of different ways to get a rotoscope. But then alpha edge, the rest of this is in the free version. So alpha edge for the outline, soft glow for the lighting, and then color corrector to change the lighting color. I'm behind on chat. Let me see. There we go. Is there a way to make rainbow text effects? I don't know who that is. Could you post an example in the Discord and just let me know when you post it? The studio version is incredible. Even without considering like the competitor's price, like it's stupidly powerful. What microphone do I use? It's just a random Amazon mic. I got it 3 or 4 years ago. Just a regular old $30 USB mic. I have voice meter installed and NVIDIA broadcast. You know, one thing I wish they added to Magic Mask is a mask outline. You know, what is masked without using another viewer? Oh, yeah. Well, okay, so they do have that, but not in the free version. Or not in Fusion. Sorry. So if you go to color, I'm going to add another node. Wait. Make sure, yeah, okay. Color. Add another node. Right here in your windows, that's Magic Mask. And so I could do the same thing as before. And then this option right here, toggle mask overlay. You just got to give it a second. But it'll highlight red. Hello? I mean, there might be this might be a little laggy. Okay. Oh, God. If I change it to better, maybe it'll work. But you can see that Yoru's highlighted red now. So, yeah. Using that second viewer window, I don't think it's really that big of a problem. Because that way you can have one side be clean and the other one... Oh, yeah. You can have one side be clean and then the other one be like the actual effect. I always have the second. So I guess technically this is the first and second, but anyways, I use this window when I'm like creating effects and then this window to see what the effect looks like on the final product. Can you make this stream unlisted or something so I can come back to it later? Yeah. When I'm done streaming, you should be able to watch it. Can you do this in Adobe Premiere? Probably. In chat channel. Oh, let me check real quick. Sorry, I'm behind on X or on chat. Okay, hold on. When does it? Okay. I don't know how you would make that. I know it's possible. But it looks like looks like it's almost like a gradient swiping across. I know it's possible though. I just don't know how to do it off the top of my head. I would have to mess around and find out. Goes in Adobe for free, so check it out. Really? Studio version is worth it to save, to be honest. It's a long-term investment. Dumb question. Can I use Magic Mask to mask a gun for lighting effect? You have a video on it and use Runway, but is that just if someone doesn't have the full version? Yep. No, that's correct. If you have the full version of DaVinci Resolve, then you can use Magic Mask. If you don't, then use Runway. The only reason why I say use Runway is because in the free version you can't use AI rotoscoping, so it'll take a little bit more effort. You're back. Got the ammo counter down? Tunnel visioning on like one viewer on a big screen. There's ways to put these viewer windows onto multiple screens. I'm on YouTube. Hold on. I'm streaming on YouTube, so you know, I have to keep everything on one screen. I also I have two monitors, and typically what I have is like this screen right here is on my second monitor, and then, you know, I do all my work on the other monitor. Let me see if I can't try to create that effect real quick. The text effect. Ever made a magazine edit? No. I'm not sure what that is. Plug in a background node. I'm gonna make this alpha. Let's go with text. So the idea is to make a rainbow color go across this. Gumdrop. I know that there's a lot of places, like if you buy a Blackmagic camera, typically you'll get DaVinci Resolve, the paid version, with that camera. So yeah. There's an option to do split screen. Yeah, if workspace, dual monitor, turn that on. Yeah, but he had, okay, so you can just highlight the letter and change it. Yeah, but he had it going across the entire text. So like if I were to plug in this, nope, I want, hold on. Probably because it's black and white, that's why it's getting weird. Okay. The way the text looked for him, it was like this, where it was a gradient, and that gradient was going across the entire text and not in each individual letter. Nor would I want to highlight every letter and change that one by one. So it would be a little bit more beneficial to do something like this. And then, like, let's say we add a transform node, and then like add a keyframe here, and then slide it, something like that. But keep in mind, it was way more colorful than this. So, and it was moving. It's more than likely a plugin that he had. And I'm just trying to figure out how you can make that inside of DaVinci Resolve. One thought that I'm having is adding a color corrector node, and you could slide the hue like this. That's one way. Hold on. Maybe we do it like this instead. We go to shading, we change it to gradient, we add whatever colors we want. This, I also don't want it up and down. I want angle, right? Maybe this is actually how he did it. We're gonna just change that to 90. Then we add a hue, or a color corrector, and we change the hue. Maybe something like that. But his was across the entire text, not each individual letter. So full text, or yeah, text, there we go. That looks pretty close to what he had. I think though, maybe if we go like this, and then we add two more. Let's say we change this color to purple, and this one to, oh, I already have it selected. Change this one to green. Then that. Leave that aspect, perhaps? No, we'll leave that. Maybe if we change the angle of it, like this. I think we're getting somewhere. Now when we do the hue, it looks like it's moving across. I think that's how he did it. Don't play. Okay. I'm just going to show you guys real quick the video in question. So this is the effect that we're trying to create here. This text, see how it's rainbowy, going left to right. That hue is changing. So I think this is, we'd have to also create this background for the text. App angle. Oh, crap. 90. Maybe just two colors, but I would add keyframes. This, go 50, and we'll change this to like 5. Set the key, the number to how fast you want this to move. And then we need the background. I think what I would do is take this, copy, paste. Oh yeah, definitely add a glow. Soft glow. The one thing about using soft glow is that you have to, like, this is what happens, right? We can't really see the outline of it. So what I've been doing recently is that I'll take the output of your whatever and connect it to the mask part of the soft glow. Then you go into your settings, apply mask inverted. That sometimes helps. That didn't help whatsoever. Hold on. Maybe it's because of the background. Maybe it's because of the gain. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Either way, we got to create this right here. So gonna keep this, dude, tooth hurts. Solid color, leave it at white. Make it a little bit bigger. And now we need lines cutting through it. I think scan lines. Wow, dude. Feels like I got punched in the mouth. Just all of a sudden. Oh, I'm a little behind on chat. Gonna learn how to do the jigsaw transition. It's really simple, man. Just very tedious. Tool you can use to do the background thing. What's it called? What? Ow, dude. I really don't. My face is hurting. How's it going, man? Going to be heading over to see the family soon, so I'll only be around for a little bit again. It's great to see you live stream again. Drake, welcome back. How you doing, homie? How time it takes for a 10-minute gaming video montage by average? Depends on what sort of effects. Making some stuff for a new video. I sort of am. Right now, we're trying to recreate this text effect. We have the glow, and we're trying to add these lines right here. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Will that just... Nope, not what we want. It's got to be Scanlines. But why isn't it showing up? That's a real question here. Maybe I gotta change the color, then it would show up. No, it's not showing. Oh, it is showing up. Silly me. What if I... That would make sense. It's an After Effects plugin. What if though? Leave this on white. Shading. Bring down the alpha. Nope. Nope, not that. Oh. Saw it for a second. It was there. Trust me. Believe me. Please. So I think I just need to change the color of this. I mean, it's so close. What if I just did like a... Dude, that's it. I think I just needed to bring down the slider on this, and then the scan lines, we can decrease the frequency of it, make the sharpness of it higher, and then we got to angle it. Why is it angled this way? Tell me that's not it. This is what it... what it looks like, and this is what I made. I think there needs to be a little bit of refinement there. That's pretty close. Check chat. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's it right there. Then it would just be whatever font. So I think this is how you would do it in DaVinci. I'm sure there's plugins to make it easier. Oh, you know what we could do instead? Do something like this. Now it's all on one tree. And if you wanted to fade this text in and out, boom. No problem, my man. I wonder what font that was. Wait, I closed out of the video. Hold on. Is it still up? Yeah. Sem outline. Wait, is that a plugin? I just want to show you guys how interesting it is to this is what Daniel made. That's his node tree setup. This is mine. Fit both of these on the screen. Ah! There's Daniel's, and then there's mine. I don't think his, though, he didn't have the glow. I think this was just for the background. Oh, it is a plugin. And then this is, that was Daniel's. It's just so cool that they're like, there's a million different ways to create the same effect. What is that SM outline? What does that do? Yeah, but what does it do? I can look it up, but SM outline. Ah, okay. Wait, it adds an outline to whatever you mask out. Wait a minute. Now I'm looking at your node tree setup. So how does that create the how does that create the whatchamacallit? The lines on the back of the text. Ka 47 1 471. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm looking at the inspector right now. Okay, what's the difference between this and Scanlines then? Because that looks very similar to the Scanline effect. What? Oh, God. What did I do here? Brought this down. So I saw on Discord you said line frequency. Well, it's different because the scan line is added on top of whatever with smoke QE. You can change it with the text width of the line. Seems pretty much the same thing. Overlay, we have a different compositing type. What was it originally? Overlay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems very similar to the scan lines. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, listen, guys. It's been 3.5 hours. And out of nowhere, my face started hurting. So I think I'm going to end the stream. I'll work on the montage off the stream. But thank you, everyone, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun doing these edit streams. I didn't think that they would do that well, but you guys seem to like them, so that's awesome. But anyways, if you're not a part of the Discord, make sure you join that. The link is in the description. You can check that out. I think this week what I'm going to do is a montage review reaction thing. So if you're a part of the Discord and you want to be a part of that, or if you want to be a part of the montage reaction thing, make sure you join the Discord so you can send your montages. Anyways, face is hurting. Gonna go take some ibuprofen. Goodbye. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. Have a good night. It's not supposed to be right back. I'm leaving. Goodbye.